Hey JHM. All right, so it's Easter week and we're definitely celebrating. Now I know that when most of us think about celebrating Easter, our minds go to Easter egg hunt, Easter bunny, chocolate eggs, definitely peeps. But we're actually celebrating Jesus when we're celebrating Easter. And what we're gonna do each day is we're gonna meet right here and talk through some of the events and moments that led up to the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. We're gonna talk about what we're really celebrating when we celebrate Easter. And it starts right here with day one, which is Palm Sunday, the beginning of Holy Week. Okay, so basically on Palm Sunday, Jesus and a few of his disciples, they traveled to the town of Bethpage. And it's in this place where Jesus sends his disciples to get a baby colt or a baby donkey. He sends them to go get them, and the disciples bring back the baby colt to Jesus. They put clothes over the baby colt to make a saddle for Jesus. Jesus sits down on the colt, and then he begins to ride into the city of Jerusalem. Okay, the story of Palm Sunday picks up in Luke chapter 19, verse 37. It says this: "When he reached the place where the road started down the Mount of Olives, all of his followers began to shout and sing as they walked along, praising God for all the wonderful miracles they had seen." See, by this time, Jesus was pretty well known. He did a lot of miracles. He healed the sick. He even raised somebody from the dead. So people were truly celebrating as they saw Jesus enter the city of Jerusalem. People started following behind him, and there were people that were going ahead of him that were laying down clothes and palm branches. This was kind of a customary way for people to welcome a king's triumphant entry. If you think about it, think about the red carpet at an awards show, just kind of what that symbolizes. That's kind of this pathway of honor. See, the clothes that people were laying down, when they were laying these down, it was a sign of respect for high royalty or an action that was welcoming a new king. And then the palm branches symbolized joy and salvation. It was a sign of celebration, and it signaled the hope that their Messiah was arriving to save them. By entering the city this way, Jesus is making a statement. He is the King of Kings. And as he entered the city, the crowd began to shout, "Hosanna, Hosanna," which means save now. Hosanna in the highest. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Peace in heaven and glory in the highest. By crying these phrases out, by yelling out Hosanna, the people are acknowledging Christ's claim to be the Messiah. And all of this fulfilled the prophecy from hundreds and hundreds of years earlier in the Old Testament, that a king would be sitting on a donkey. And by entering Jerusalem this way, Jesus is presenting himself officially to the nation as the Messiah and the Son of God. And as Jesus entered the city, everyone noticed. They started to talk. Who is this guy? What's happening? And this is also where some of the religious leaders and the Pharisees started to plot against Jesus to destroy him. But despite all the crowd and all the praise, the people crying out Hosanna, as Jesus rode into the city of Jerusalem, he actually began to weep. He grieved because Jesus knew the hearts of the people. The same crowd that was praising him, that crowd was about to turn on him.